Hello and welcome. I'm Mhorgrimm, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Starfield. It's been a while. Took a break, goofed around with some other old games I liked. Been on a bit of a Bannerlord uh, kick, just playing around with some of the old mods to see if I can get it all working. Really wish there was an updated version of Banner Kings that played nice with some of the newer mods. So, where were we? Does this work? Yeah, it does. Okay. I never tested it. What were we up to? Go to Masada. I think we need to wait for... Say goodbye to Sam. I also think we need to go pick up... Maybe Barrett. I haven't completed his quest line. Just sipping my coffee here. Where did I leave Barrett again? Oh yeah, he's at Alpha Centauri. And he should be at the lodge. Ew. Come on, Barrett.
You go do what you have to do. I'll be okay.
There's that empty feeling again. Whenever someone's gone, there's like a hole in the lodge where there used to be. This is amazing! The unity, the multiverse, this is everything, and more, literally.
There's a lot to unpack.
No kidding. Think of the dissertations. Boundless topics, no bounds. Except the books, they're bound. This explains so much, though. They're disorganized, petty, weird, and also deeply fascinating at the same time. Because they are just people. We never rule that out, but it feels so good to know we weren't fighting against robot alien ghost gods or something.
Forget about the Starborn. The Unity is a central issue here.
True. We need to approach this critically and carefully. We can't just jump in. Or, I mean, we could, I guess. But it all comes back to this. We don't know what will happen if you enter the Unity. You might lose yourself or become a two-headed space shark. There are too many variables.
I would have thought you'd have been the first to enter the Unity.
What? No. I just have to go back and forth about it for a while first, and then I'll be completely fine. Just part of my process. Of course, at the end of the day, it's your choice. But I will say this. Our entire purpose in Constellation is to explore. Why would we stop now?
True. Agreed. I need to do this, Barrett.
I'm with you. I'm not going to hold you back. But if you, you know, become evil or whatever, I'm also not going to have your back.
Thanks, Barrett.
Anytime. The possibility of turning evil aside, I appreciate you taking the lead on this. You're guiding Constellation to new frontiers, new discoveries, and we should all follow your example. On that note, there's something else I'd like to discuss with you, if you have time. It's not on the scale of entering the Unity, but it is tangentially related.
Fine. No, I have time. Tell me what's on your mind.
Thanks. This has been swirling in my brain goo for a while now. So, I've been pondering over what's happened and what it all means. And I've got a favor to ask. A teensy-weensy favor. About the size of a plank length, really. I think it's time I joined you in the physics-bending powers business. See if one of those temples works for more than just you.
You can get powers too?
What, you think you're the only one who can walk around in a cape and tights? Granted, it's just a theory, but I venture anyone who experiences visions from touching an artifact is now connected to them. You got a vision, I got a vision. You got a power, ergo.
All right, let's get you a power.
Marvelous. I'm glad you're as gung-ho about this as I am. As it so happens, I've already talked to Vladimir. Seems our eye in the sky is back up and running. He sent me the coordinates for the temple already. We just have to visit.
Okay.
Don't worry about me.
We should have a talk. When you have the time, of course.
One person at a time right now. Yeah, money's not an object. I've got... So everyone wants to talk. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Where's Barrett? Is not Barrett following me? So she's unassigned. B for Barrett. Oh, for the... Get on the ship. I'll meet you there and then we'll go. Yeah, I like how it's lit up. So that's spaceship exterior light mod that I got, which you see here. I got it from Nexus Mods. I haven't seen it on Creations yet. But you can see how nice it makes the ship look.
Hey.
I might want what?
Hey, Captain. Need help with anything? Oh yeah, I do. You may as well have it now.
Okay. Okay, so we are following each other. Okay. And... you know, maybe I should have added a research thing there, but okay with my research base being up here. I can't remember what I was researching. It's, like I said, it's been a while. I haven't done that. Noodles. So loot all the noodles. Okay. And it should stop at Kurt's to
Liftoff
see.
initiated, Capt. Time to venture into that beautiful sky.
To see if I can manufacture that one piece I need to do some
There.
equipment upgrades.
Stable orbit achieved.
Right.
Toy sample released.
Okay. Enough. Let's see. I can build a lot of robots now. Including a security robot. Crafting. Okay. I thought there was one that's like a high... No. No, doesn't look like an. Okay. Good to know. Everything's full. Just wanted to check on thought there was one that this. So I need high tensile. Add some ballistic shielding to my outfit.
Good work. Impressive quality.
explosive shielding. Pocketed. Now, let's see. So we have our Mercury one. We have Samco Memorial. All right, let's see if I can get Barrett to power.
Join the stars. Orbital insertion complete. You may now move freely about the cabin.
It's just trying too hard. I think we're doing a monster hunt.
Yes, we're here. Look at those beautiful stars.
Trade Authority at your service. Looking
Let's
slow?
trade.
Well, why didn't you say so?
Nope.
Looks clear. Initiating landing sequence.
Oh, looks not pleasant out there.
Captain John, it is pleasant to see you.
So they're trying to stop me. Off they go. Oh yeah, I don't trust you.
We can handle this. Our adventure continues.
crash site is actually different. There we go. Don't need any more cell samples, so why is it offering them? I've never seen a crash site like this one. It's nice there's a bit of variation. Well, since the geological feature's pretty close, let's go explore it. Because, you know, I am still Constellation. Yeah, in the pleasant volcanic rain. See anything? Oh. Thankfully I have a radar. Wary. As am I. So far, so good. Let's head back to the ship after our wonderful got him all nice and complete. Let's see. Ecological. It's gravity 0.62. Okay. Seems like a bit too much of a run. Get away from the buggy. Okay, so we've collected the cell samples. Let's take Barrett to a temple.
Engines ready. Stable orbit achieved. We can stay here forever.
Where is he?
A while anyway.
Starborn Guardian, huh? Class A reactor only.
You'll be nothing but debris when we're done here.
Okay. So I'm going to bring Barrett to Ooh. Let's see what happens.
Our tiny tin can of fragile humans has survived being hurtled through space once more.
Can you board them? Well, let's find out.
Engines fried. The target, I mean.
Right.
You are dust.
Hit their engines.
Prelude to boarding action.
No, we can't. Let's take Barrett to one and see what happens.
That's the temple. Mercury would have loved to see this.
So where's the temple? Oh, right next to me. Well, I guess that makes it easy.
Hello, Captain.
Malnourished. Hopper.
So, this is it.
Yep.
Just look at this place. Unbelievable. I'll follow your lead. Clearly, you know what.
Okay, so you fly through the little lights, Barrett. Okay. In you go. Where do I go?
know if I'm ready for this.
Okay, Barrett, come on.
There are many more freezing ones than cozy ones. But they won't take care of cozy
Barrett didn't go in, did he?
No matter how many times we see these,
Hello,
I'm
universe.
always going to be impressed.
This is Barrett, returning your call.
What in the... Who in the... Hey, stranger. Let's chat sometime, okay? No matter what, these temples are always impressive to me. Whoa. Hello, handsome.
Okay.
You got to be joking. Nope. Okay. Skipping the initial shock of it all. Agreed. Not worth it. Forming a hypothesis.
Okay, who's the evil one?
You know, my captain asked the same thing. Different captain, though, so you aren't an exact facsimile. From my readings, you don't have your appendix, and you're a quarter of a centimeter taller than me. Minor differences, but fascinating. I wonder what else is different.
One of you explain what's happening here.
Molecular binary schism? Temporal twinning? Group hallucination? Don't forget the fluctuations in the energy patterns, which align almost deterministically. Harmonized vibrations, distorting some mechanical barrier between neighboring universes? Impossible to know with such a minute subset of readings. We need more data. Obviously.
So what do I call you, the other Barrett?
I'll be Barrett Prime. Amundsen is fine. Usually the barrier between us is too thick to communicate much anyway. Amundsen? Now I know you're not me. Hey, one of us has to keep it classy.
What am I going to do with the two of you?
Why stop at two? It won't work. The energy required increases exponentially per anomaly. I'm already exhausted. In a way that's hard to describe. Not physically or mentally, but something else. Sorry, friend. You'll feel right as rain when I dissipate.
Welcome aboard.
Whoa there. Sustaining this connection requires a lot of concentration. Is this permanent? You will eventually monitor the energy fluctuations and agree. But no, this is unusual. I could study this forever. Irvin told me to just enjoy it and collect data on the side for later. And I'm glad I did. Irvin? He's with you. He's... okay? By the tone of your voice, I'm gathering some things in our lives might be a bit different. Is he happy? Yes, he is. Our daughter pilots the ship after Vasco was destroyed. But otherwise, we've survived the war well.
War? The war?
Going on 20 years now. But we're starting to turn the tide. Imagine all of the variations. It's endless.
Oh no, Vasco?
Oh, man. I only hope the new one we're building is just as salty as the last one.
Daughter?
Amazing. Sounds like you don't have a daughter here, I take it. No, we talked about it, but no. We named her after Aja, my mentor. She died in the crossfire between the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective decades ago. For me, Irvin died instead of Aja in that crossfire. She's best friends with Cora, and she's smart as hell. Of course she is.
So, Irvin's
It's been
alive.
so long. The horror of the infinite is the inclusion of the unimaginable. I promise. He's happy. We're happy.
Things sound very different where you're
I
from.
have so many questions. I wonder how many paths I've taken. We've taken. How many variations. How many ended with heartache and how many with joy. I think about that all the time. Wait. What's that noise? Starborn ship.
Wait, what happens if
What
you die
happens
here?
for any of us? I don't think it works that way, though. Maybe I'm just a construct or a memory. I don't know. But I don't feel pain. Good to know.
Barrett,
We can handle this.
get ready for a fight.
On it. Something happened. I can't hold on to you. I'm struggling. Being pulled through the barrier. This is probably it, friends. Son, cherish every moment with them.
I already do, my friend. I promise.
So look, for the record, I am the same Barrett that came here with you. For sure. I think.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like something an evil Barrett
The
would
ship
say.
my secret lair, then? I guess? I would have preferred something with more seating. And maybe a fireplace. Something cozy. Oh well. Hey, at least I didn't pull an army of knees out of thin air, right? Imagine that.
I don't think that
True.
seemed possible.
How would I stand out in a crowd made entirely of myself anyway? Anyway, it's a relief, you know. I have this ability, this power. And I'm still just me. Just regular Barrett. And I already feel like it's subsiding. I no longer feel like I'm in a huge crowd.
Okay. Can you still use your power?
Though it takes a lot of concentration. If I do it a lot, I bet I'd give myself a headache. From myself. I'm my own migraine.
Seems useful.
I thought so too. Other me, other Barrett, seemed like he was able to handle himself well in that fight. Anyway, we'll see. If the other me gets in the way, I can just release him, or stop using the power entirely. For now, I just need to use this power a bit and digest what all has happened.
Do you want to talk
I
about
lost
Irvin?
my Irvin. I know that. I wish beyond anything that he appeared in that temple instead of me. But it helps to know there's an Irvin out there somewhere living a life full of love with someone like me. I can move forward with that thought in my heart.
Use your power when you want to.
That's pretty exhausting, really. So I might only do it when I feel like we could use backup. For now, anyway.
Okay. We need to get back in the ship, Barrett. All that standing around talking in a hostile environment, bad.
Look at this place. Now isn't the best time, but I need to talk with you later.
Okay, yes, I know you do. However... Knife injector?
I know now isn't the best time, but I need to talk with you later.
Let's talk
You
then.
know, I needed this. Exploring the galaxy with you by day, investigating the mysterious legal woes of my long-dead spouse by night.
We're not on a strict day-night schedule.
That sounds like something Vasco would say. I was just remembering how I'd pour my heart out to Vasco. So many times. I told him all about Irvin. He showed me a chart of how sad I should expect to feel.
He had a sadness by time
He
chart?
was really hoping the visual presentation would help. It did not.
You talked to Vasco about Irvin?
Why not? Trust me, I've talked to way less sentient humans before. Vasco's just fine for most conversations.
Did you travel with anyone else other than Vasco?
Sure, folks from the lodge, folks from my past. I've got friends when and where I need them. But traveling with you has been different. We're more of a team. It feels stronger.
I'm sure Vasco's a reliable
We
co-pilot.
got to point B many times just fine. Top-notch co-pilot. Would recommend him to anybody. Anyway, I'm glad you're here right now because we have things to discuss about Irvin's case. I heard back from my contact. They
Go
looked
on.
into Hephaestus Mining Corporation. Looks like they paid off the judge. And that's not all. My contact really came through for us. Turns out the witness was threatened until he withdrew his testimony.
Interesting.
Thanks to our contact, we now have the receipts.
So, like, how did they... What's the proof that the Hephaestus paid the judge?
Bank transactions. A precise amount was transferred to the judge only the day before the ruling.
Okay. What's the proof the witness was threatened?
Contact has an audio log with the identity of the speaker verified, time-stamped, everything.
Okay. Do you have the actual evidence?
No, my contact does for now. I trust them. We worked together a long time ago. And it depends on what I want to do with all the proof. If anything.
Okay. We should hire a lawyer now.
I'm glad you're confident already. I'm not, though. I'm worried we don't have enough evidence to go up against a massive corporation like that. So I know a cyber runner who has accessed corporate archives before. They can dig into the classified archives before we go to a lawyer. We can pay extra for them to use less legal methods to obtain information. But that adds risk.
Do it.
I appreciate that, Captain. But I'll take care of any fines or bribes that come up from this. You have always been so supportive of me during this process. Let me take care of this part. Depending on what they find out, it might be time to talk to a lawyer.
Okay.
See if I can find one.
You do that.
Taking on Hephaestus isn't going to be easy. And I say this as someone with actual superpowers. Why couldn't I have gotten something more useful? Like the art of cross-examination. Might have come in handy at the trial.
Do you have any other dead loved ones with mysteries to solve?
Well, my long-lost cousin had this farmstead that was taken over by pirates. I'm just kidding. But no, probably not.
Well, I think that's the lawyer's job.
That's
Let's get
solid
the evidence.
advice. Know your actual limitations. And not the ones granted to you by a mysterious superpower. Anyway, let's go adventure while we wait on the cyber runner to get back to us. Hey, when you're not busy, let's chat.
Okay, let's go talk to Vladimir and get myself more superpowers.
We're clear. achieved. Stabilizing. Done.
Okay, so we can return to Sol and hand in our creature hunt. Let's go talk to Vladimir first, on our way.
United colonies stars. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. Scan complete. No contraband detected. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
So I can honestly say I've never experienced taking one of the companions for a power before. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know things happened after. Like, I think I just pushed through so hard that I didn't get any of these events.
Ship is now docked. Perfect.
I still can't believe it. Sarah was able to convince Mast to let go of this station. And Vladimir has done so much work on it since then that even Mast must be impressed.
Hey, Vladimir.
Been washing red here and there all over the station. Grim work. Never minded the solitude before, but chasing more ghosts than usual. Every noise seems to set the blood running.
I was hoping you could point me to another
The
artifact
eye's
temple.
showing signs over another one of those big anomalies. Here, get your smile.
Cassiopeia. Okay. So we'll stop in Sol,
The
drop
eye
off.
sustained damage in the Starborn attack, not all of which can be repaired.
Here we go.
Indicators are green. We're free.
Okay. Let's head out to Sol. Mars. And land at the Terramorph fighting team.
Back with the samples. Excellent. And these are yours.
Okay, so some credits.
Captain, greetings, Captain.
You think all this uni stuff is true? Gateway to
Human
parallel universes?
understanding of physics has, until now, shown no indication that such a thing is possible. And yet, we have now encountered two individuals physiologically identical to unique humans we already know, possessing knowledge and technology that it seems improbable for them to otherwise have. It is indeed possible that they are telling the truth, that this unity does exist. More data is required.
So we need to get the rest of the artifacts in.
That would at least verify the assertion that the artifacts are necessary to reach the unity. Yes.
Can I ask you a personal
You may.
question?
I have no concept of privacy.
I'd like to know more about what makes
My
you tick.
programming dictates that I must answer any question.
How much do you know about humans?
Constellation has seen to it that I possess a near encyclopedic knowledge of human history, art, culture, and science. May I answer a question for you?
Do you speak every human
I have
language?
been programmed to comprehend all modern and ancient human languages. The only exception is body language. My body is crafted from reinforced metal, and therefore incompatible with such forms of expression.
We should talk when it's not a hostile environment.
Believe this little tin can protects us from certain death constantly, without fail. So
This never gets old. Lift off. Orbital pattern lock. Easy.
All right. Still 3 days, okay. This one. Well, let's go see about another temple.
Grab jump spinning down. Just look at those stars.
Nothing? Okay. No data.
Sight is clear. Descent started.
Hi. Please disregard. I attempted an informal greeting, but I am dissatisfied with the result.
So which one's the temple? That way. Okay. Starborn should try and stop me. So far, so good. Nice jog. If I built a base, I'd like to find one that's not as hostile, like a permanent one, like with beautiful views. I should find a system that's got what am I missing? Chlorine? Okay. Temple Psi. Okay. I don't use my car anymore, do I? Okay. Shotgun out for the inevitable confrontation with the Starborn. There we go. And stop myself before I splat. Let's see.
I think everybody in Constellation dreams of this moment.
Whoa. Okay. I forgot to look at what power I was getting. Eternal Harvest, Parallel Self. This way. Get the battle rifle out. You should really rename it just the battle rifle. Bit of a glitch in a couple places. Alright, well, let's run back to our ship. Don't see any chlorine. Just doing some high jumps to float around in the lower gravity. There we are. I can complete a survey of another world. Won't Vladimir be impressed? Well, my hypothermia is slowly getting better. That's a good thing. So while I run back to the ship, what I was debating is, what do I do while I take a break after Shattered Space arrives? Because obviously none of the mods I'm going to use will be good to go, I assume. I'm going to give them like a week or two, because I don't know, it seems like the DLC is its own separate entity, so I don't know how much it'll change to any of the existing items that I have in the game. Like, if it changes the spaceships, if it changes weapons, they'll probably add more weapons in. And apparel. I don't have any of that.
Good day, Captain.
Could they change backgrounds? Yeah, I said I'll play it by ear to see what happens after release or on release day.
We are cleared for liftoff.
Basically, create a second line of saves so that I can test.
Orbital insertion done.
If it takes time, maybe I'll start another game up of some other. Yeah, I gotta talk to all the other people. Just regular regulators. Let's see what this pirate-related one is. Okay.
We'd love to talk.
We're here.
Whoa. Well, let's dock. Go to the Vigilance. That's a huge ship.
Time to cycle the airlock. Move.
Okay. Oh yeah, I figured malnutrition kicked in. Bit of liquor. Bit of a kebab.
We can't manage all this stuff. Can we take a moment to sort through it?
Let's see. Nope. I'm taking health damage, so I can't sleep. Well, let's go. Wrong one. Industrial, there we go. H for high. Oh. I don't go out that door. I go out the other door. Let's see what the Navy wants. Probably some pirate hunting based on the pirate symbol.
Captain John, greetings.
Oh, actually, let's go.
Captain
Let's
John,
talk.
hello. I am, if you feel it is necessary.
I do. What's your read on Barrett?
It is impossible to read Barrett. He is neither a book nor a block of code. If you are asking for a summary of my observations on his behavior, I will provide one.
Have you been traveling together for long?
My internal clock tells me that it has been years since Barrett and I began traveling together. I have traveled much of the settled systems in his company.
Do you have any idea what his story is?
Barrett has not shared many personal details with me. He finds me a poor conversation partner, despite repeated attempts on his part. I do not understand the concept of gossip.
Because he says that you are a good conversation partner. He almost knows he got me killed,
I
right?
have only seen Barrett kill his enemies. If you do not number among them, I surmise it was accidental. What you are suffering from is likely a bad first impression. I suggest consulting Barrett on the issue at once. Barrett tells me a bad first impression is the hardest thing to break. I believe that is because he has never tried to break a diamond.
Okay. Did Barrett make you?
No. I was manufactured by a machine. However, Barrett has modified my programming substantially. I have advanced linguistic capability and navigational skills. I warned him that I would require an extra millisecond to process information with his modifications. But he did not seem to mind. Apparently, my capacity for conversation makes me a more entertaining travel companion.
Okay. Well, Barrett seems like quite the
Based
character.
on my understanding of Barrett, I believe he would be flattered by that assessment.
How does traveling with me compare to
I
Barrett?
find you to be a more measured and logical captain than Barrett. It would be quite difficult for another human to be more reckless than him. My likelihood of expiration due to corporeal destruction has been significantly reduced since coming aboard your ship. You should consider this a success.
Oh, I do. That's actually a compliment.
Please do not hesitate to approach me with further questions.
Okay. Let's see.
Welcome aboard the UC Vigilance. Did you have any questions before I escort you to the commander?
What a badly formed beret. I'm here on official Vanguard business, so I prefer to speak to the commander.
All right. This way, please. So, you're the Vanguard that took down that terramorph on Tau City.
Yes.
You've made quite an impression around here. Everyone upstairs is talking about it. Damn. That must have been one hell of a firefight. I almost regret missing out on all the fun. Of course, we don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments. All right, Vanguard. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Akande should be waiting for you. Good luck.
Okay. Will do.
Yes?
Okay, this is a bit of a bridge.
Yes?
Okay, hello.
I believe we have something important to discuss.
I believe.
There you are. Commander Kibwe Kande, UC System. Glad to have you aboard. I was beginning to think you were having second thoughts about Commander Tuala's offer.
I'm just here to do my part for the United Colonies.
Excellent. Then let's get right to it, shall we? This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance. SysDef's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet.
Okay. You're going to need more than... Well, actually, wait. Impressive ship, but I don't see where I fit in.
Whether this ship is impressive or not, you're the key element that we've been lacking. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse.
Okay. Persuasion, get me to room with them and I can talk them into anything.
Good. I have just the right place for you to start. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention.
That doesn't sound like an ironclad plan to me.
It's the best we've got. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know.
Okay. You must have quite a bit of confidence in my abilities.
If I didn't have confidence in your abilities, I would have told Commander Tuala to send someone else. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down.
Okay. I'll try. Okay, I'll do my best.
I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control.
Okay. I can stay the course.
That's what I wanted to hear. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck.
Do you have any other information about what happens if I'm arrested? Can you tell me aboard expected? Saoirse, let's see.
All we know is that she's been with the Trade Authority for years, which means she's been privy to some seriously shady deals. She's shrewd and she's diligent. The only reason we were able to connect her with the Crimson Fleet at all was thanks to an informant. I'm afraid she's the best lead we've got.
Okay. How will I maintain contact?
That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence, and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief.
Okay.
Beyond that, you're completely on your own.
All right.
You have your orders.
All right. We don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible.
Okay.
If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood?
I can understand.
Well, you better. Commander Akande's entire operation is resting on your shoulders. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig.
Security. If there's incriminating data out there, I'll find it. For the sake of the
settled systems, I hope you're right. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard.
I'm actually forgetting... I actually forgot that fight. Oh yeah, okay. Believe me, I've seen my share of hell, Toft.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry if I brought up any painful memories. Oh, one last thing. A bit of good news, actually. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts.
I don't need payment to do what's right.
That's what I told Commander Akande, but he insisted. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed. I'll be here if you have any more questions.
Dismissed. Okay.
Pardon.
Nice briefing room. Command room. Whoa. It's a 2-level bridge. Lots of security robots.
Hey. Yes, what?
Lieutenant Todd said you might be able to help me with my ship.
I might. What seems to be the trouble?
Oh, no trouble. I'm just looking to increase the power in my thrusters. I was hoping you could take a look.
Of course. Thrusters are my favorite part of the ship.
Let's see what we got here. Oh. So it's the same bridge that we had on the...
Excuse me.
Okay, hello.
Or not the same. Is it? It is, okay. So, you don't trust me, huh? So it's the same bridge we have on the Kananaskis. Which says a lot.
Vigilance indeed. So many of these fine folks joined SysDef due to tragic circumstances.
Hello.
Pardon?
Yes, what?
This stuff. You have a name. Why can't I talk to you?
Yes?
Howdy. Excuse me.
Oh, she's standing up. Okay. Can we talk?
Oh, hello. I don't think we've met. Are you by chance new here?
You seem unsure. I'd be... No, actually, I'll introduce myself. Name's John R. Mhorgrimm. Nice to meet you.
Wait, I know that name. You're that dangerous Pteramorph slayer everyone is talking about. Don't worry, I'm not scared of you. My godmother was a member of the Strikers gang, and you're not even half as scary as her. My name is Javanta. I'm an ensign with the maintenance and robotics team.
Okay.
And just between you and me, I don't think you're dangerous. Do you?
I could handle myself in a fight if that's
That doesn't mean you're dangerous. Look at the Model A's on this ship, for example. They can handle themselves too.
Yep.
Anyway,
True.
It was very nice to meet you. If you want to talk some more, I will be here.
So what are your duties on the ship?
Oh, I'm part of the maintenance team that makes sure the Vigilance is operating smoothly. On the robotic side, I take care of the Model A's on the ship and make sure they're treated with respect and dignity. They are people, after all, just like us.
Robots are sentient, but they aren't people and don't get the same rights.
And what system do you use to determine who is a person? I would think my definition is different from yours. Think of it this way. How can we expect a robot to fight by our side if we won't fight for their right to exist?
Because we program
So
them.
I always do my best to treat them as my equals.
So why'd you join SysDef?
It's a good question. It was what you'd call a minor moral crisis. I wasn't happy with my old job at Drone. I felt like my life was on an assembly line. Everything was about profit, and nothing had any real meaning. But then it occurred to me, if I'm so miserable, I could just leave. So one day I just did.
Okay.
Sistef is far from perfect, but our goal is noble. I can sleep soundly knowing my work will be for a cause that is just.
Is there anything you want to know about me?
Oh, I have so many questions. That is not enough time to ask them all. But I won't ask about your vanguard duties, as I'm sure you're tired of people asking. Instead, I will ask you a very simple question. Are you a morning, afternoon, or night person?
Go with afternoon.
I do like taking afternoon naps, but only after I wake up bright and early.
That's probably not unusual for military.
Yes, but I like getting up before even the personnel, when I have the coffee maker all to myself. But the thing I like best is the quiet. When I can look out into space and see the whole galaxy is asleep. When it's that quiet, the only noise you hear is from the Vigilance itself. In fact, we keep each other company when the world is too busy snoring in their beds. It makes it so the mornings are just for us.
Yeah, but you would have multiple shifts. I don't understand.
Goodbye.
It wouldn't be just you. United Colonies mission board. Ooh. Commander's Terminal. Let's see what he says. Okay, track down piracy. Okay, so he's just working on speech. All right. The officer's speech. And what do we got here again? Sistef crew uniform. Not a chance.
It wasn't an ambush, it was an accident. We jumped to the same place at the same time.
Stars, what system?
Only Sistef officers. Okay.
Pretty much.
Hello.
Can't see what's there. Yeah, that wasn't threatening at all.
Vanguard. I
Who are you?
don't know about you.
What do you mean by that?
People who work undercover, they're sneaky by nature. Hard to read. When I fly, I want someone beside me who I can predict. Boxes by the Marquess of Queensbury rules. But you're a southpaw. A wild card.
Mm-hmm. You don't know me.
No, I don't. But you're Vanguard, right? Not exactly one of us. Volunteer forces don't get the strictest background check. Who knows what kind of mischief you get up to in your spare time. But if Commander Ikonde says you're Sistef, then you are one of us. For now.
So how'd you get involved in this stuff?
Long story. I got my start in the Academy and made a name for myself hunting the Crimson Fleet. I eventually got recruited to do test flights on a star station orbiting Lloyden's Rock. Me and 3 other Archangel pilots did some work on some extremely dangerous prototypes. But I called in a few favors and got back home with Sistef. Someone with my talents needs to be here, where the action is.
So you're a pilot.
You guessed it. In fact, I'd say you've got what linguistic experts call FOGO, a firm grasp of the obvious. But I'm not just any pilot. I'm the best, and I've got the kills to prove it.
Uh-huh. And I could fly circles around you.
I like your confidence. And there's always room in the squad for another apex predator. Just be sure you know whose side you're on.
And where did you learn to fly?
I cut my teeth on space trucks, believe it or not. Before I got my stripes, I was just another cargo hauler trying to earn an honest wage. But after a couple slick escapes, I got recruited to the academy and went from dodging pirates to hunting them. Thing is, some of my best tricks were with a big rig. Ever try a pitchback with a Hope Tech truck with 2 fleet wraiths on your tail? Compared to that, doing it with a military fighter is a piece of cake.
Alright.
Stay frosty.
So the hotshot combat pilot. Uh-huh. Okay. Nice big ship. Requires a computer to unlock. Okay.
Yes.
Cargo bay. The brig.
Howdy.
Irritation room.
We'll keep the brig ready for any pirates you bring in.
Okay. Weapons rack. Just pull your gun out like that, huh?
Welcome to the brig. As a member of SysDef, you may talk with the prisoners as long as you are mindful of operation security. As a personal rule, I simply ask that you adhere to UC Navy standards of cleanliness at all times. That means no mud on your boots, your hands are washed, and you are free of any contagious diseases.
Keep things neat and tidy. Won't be a problem.
Excellent. And all that being said, I understand your mission directive might call for flexibility on my part. So if you need to be a rum-drinking, swashbuckling pirate to do your job, then I will do my best to clean up after you.
Okay.
You're dismissed.
Oh yeah, I'm not talking to you. So it's the radiation poisoning that's still an issue.
Hey.
What does it say about my ship? Authorized. Okay.
Greetings, Captain.
Small ship. Wow, to be more exploring the ship.
Ship's no longer docked. We're free.
Just want to take a look at the ship here. So this is the top. Well, you can see how my exterior lights play over the ship. Oh, there's their bridge right there. Okay. Well, I have Aurora on board, so I need to dump this off before I get arrested. talk to Saoirse.
We got a lot. Hey, you looking for anything in particular? Cool. That's what we do here.
I am actually. Don't have what I want. At all. Yeah, I think the Eon. Oh, look at the damage on that gun there, though. There you go.
Yo, stay good out there.
Hello there. Who are you?
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy.
Octai, who's that?
Octai Enbayar. He's the head of our Sidonia branch. If you want to do some trading, he's the one you need to be talking to. I'm busy.
Okay. Looking to unload some sensitive
And
shipment.
by sensitive, I'm guessing you mean something you don't want UC security sticking their noses into. I can probably help you with that. What have you got for me?
Take a look at the sample.
Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got?
Well, hang on there. We haven't even started to negotiate yet.
I thought the trade authority would buy anything.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got some bad news for you, love. This location doesn't buy shit like that when UC security's sitting a stone's throw from the front door. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit.
Does this
You
work?
know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you.
Glad we could put things into perspective.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Okay. Let's see if Friendo here has.
You look at these goods I am asking for. Maybe keep quiet. Take a look.
Nope. Calibrated. Advanced refined. Alright, there we go. High tensile Spiron. Don't know how I'm supposed to get more of that.
Trade authority partners.
Hey, catch you on the flip side.
Essential element in combat. Adherence to this law is imperative in order to avoid unwanted infestation. Thank you for your cooperation.
The Broken Spear.
Can't believe we're still pulling up huge mineral deposits after all this time.
Neva, sit down, have a drink. So, smooth jump into the soul system? UC security hassle you?
Cut the crap, Adler, and let's make this quick. There's only so long I can stand a sink of minor sweat and sell beer.
Okay,
I heard they
okay,
reopened
take
that
it
Red
easy.
Devil's HQ.
Here's the fleet kickback, just like I promised.
What is this bullshit? This is half. Half of what you promised.
No reason to get upset, sweetie. Security around Sidonia's been cracking down, and it's tough to get the Deimos marks to play ball. That means I'm spending big on bribes, covering lost shipments. isn't exactly like running a pharmacy out here, you know.
Two things, Adler. And I will make this simple enough so even a total imbecile like yourself can understand. One, I don't give a damn about your excuses. You owe us the agreed amount on time every month. And two, you call me sweetie ever again. And I'll shove my knife so far up your ass that people will mistake you for a unicorn.
Okay. Sorry, Neva. I'll make it work. Here's the rest.
That's more like it. I'll see you in a month.
Yeah, so I've heard Neva before. Here, oh. Someone trying to make a horror movie.
A friend offered me a nice, cushy office job, and I'm making double out here.
Oh, let's talk.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away.
Said you could help me move some cargo. So Saoirse said you could do
Hey,
this.
why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first.
Saoirse never said anything about that.
Yeah, well, she isn't running the show here. I am.
That wasn't part of our deal. But I bet you're about to say it's a non-negotiable addendum.
As a matter of fact, yes. Yes, I am. Non-negotiable addendum. I like that. Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt.
Okay.
He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back.
How loud do you want this to be?
What do I need to do here? Write you an instruction manual? You can do this loud, you can do this quiet. I don't care. I just want my goddamn money, and I want this guy to remember who he screwed over.
All right, I'll get it done.
His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
Okay. Nice and fed.
I sure hope this hearing loss isn't
For a miner.
Hey there.
They're always working. How am I supposed to break in if they're always working? Residential. You must be the lucky person. Oh, actually, wait. Before I talk to him.
How's it going?
Thanks again for getting my ship back. Sure thing. Take a look.
Yep. What do you got for sale? Two ramen. 1, 2, 3. Any others? It should be good. Do you have any high tensile? Nope. Advanced. got there is better than what I have there.
See you around.
And that should take care of most of my noodles. Alright, let's talk to this, Carl Fielding.
Something I can help you with?
I'm here to collect some credits. You owe, Mr. Adler?
Adler Kemp. Who the heck is that?
Adler is serious about his debt, so I suggest you pay quickly.
Adler, you said? Nope. I think you have me mixed up with someone else. Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home, wash off the dust, and relax. This has been fun, though. Whatever.
Well, it's been nice knowing you. I'm sure your funeral will be lovely.
Hey now. Take it easy there. Let me think about that person you mentioned. Adler, was it? Oh, wait. You mean that Adler? Yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else.
Uh-huh.
I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Sound good? Yeah?
I don't think Adler's going to be satisfied with that option.
Well, I mean, he doesn't really have a choice. Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? Right?
But I can squeeze blood from a body.
There are several natural geologic phenomena that can stimulate the blood effect.
Why are you hurting so badly for credits?
I'm a miner for Deimos. It's not what I was hoping for out of life. But here I am. Yeah, it's a lousy company. It pays me a salary. But I depend on the profit-sharing bonuses to keep food on the table for my family.
Adler thinks you spend all the money on booze.
Hey, now wait a second. Just because things are tough, and I might be spending my afternoons at the Spear, it doesn't mean I don't care about my family. Adler doesn't get to judge me. No, he's just a low-life pirate who thinks he can push everyone around.
Well, how about we have a talk? I'm tired of playing the games.
What games? Why are you doing this to me? I don't have the money.
Is this really worth the risk? You could always make the money back later.
Sure. I guess I could ask for a 7-day shift. I don't know.
Come on. You must have some rainy day money stashed.
Well, I might be able to cash in a few of my Deimos shares.
Intimidation. Now, I know you can be reasonable. No point getting my bad side again, is there?
I'd like to keep this civil. Please, tell Adler I'm sorry for trying to wiggle out of the debt. I didn't have much of a choice.
Never mind. Sorry. I'm thinking of something else. Yes, Captain.
Enroll them in a United Colonies distance learning program.
Anything I can help you with, Captain?
Your children will be provided with routine programs and PTO.
Another mine blast coming.
Subterranean particle detonation imminent. Be advised to secure loose articles and find stable ground or remain seated in the event of unforeseen tremors. Detonation occurs in 5, 4, 3,
This exchange is a great place to buy your
1.
done.
Have something for me?
Yep, it's all
There.
here.
Would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Or did he get the message?
You got the message.
Nice. You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeats comes easy to you. I like that. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. A lot more. You think you can handle running with my, associates?
If you think they can handle me.
That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Nevamora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that cash in one place.
Do you need something?
You guys have really piss poor internal security for a criminal organization. No vetting. You just told me where to go find the second in command. I was just wondering, based on Mars's gravity, can you actually scale that thing? I don't think so.
Hello, Captain.
Welcome home, folks.
Okay. Let's go look at my research lab with my noodles. 2 more noodles to go. Let's go find this pirate second in command.
Ship's clear and the skies fall to us. Red apogee.
Out by Europa, you say?
Surrounded by stars and the vastness of space.
Wow. Look who finally had the guts to show up. Looks like Adler finally did something right for once.
Oops.
Hey! Just answer the damn hell! So, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew.
Adler said that? I didn't know he cared.
You're funny. I hate funny. Remember that. So, before I put you to work, let's get everything out in the open. I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average pirate crew. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get through this little task I have planned for you. There's a medical supply ship called the Ragana, jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Rake. I want him dead.
Consider it done.
Done when Rake stops breathing. Head back here when you're finished. And don't keep me waiting for long.
Ava isn't joking. I hope we aren't either.
How can you be certain that Austin Rake is on the
I've been
Regatta?
tracking Rick for months. He's making it tough, not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
He changes his location and identity so often, it's costing me a small fortune just to keep tabs. But you know what? It's worth every damn cred. He's made me look like a fool in front of Delgado, and I'm gonna have his head on a pike.
Okay. Let's go find... this medical ship and see what we can do. Whoa, whoa.
This is Dmitry Moldatsky, pilot of the Regana. We are simple transport ship.
I've got some bad news for you.
I do not understand. Please confirm your intentions.
Here's what's going to happen. You're going to open the hatch and I'm going to board.
I do not have choice, do I? Okay, docking bay is open. Let's talk.
Nice looking ship.
And we're docking. And complete.
Could kill you all. Do you have any other? Alright, let's talk.
I am not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece.
I don't know who's over listening on the comms as a safer.
That is true. Which means you don't want somebody to know what you are really up to. Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about?
The fleet want Rake dead, and I want to resolve this without violence.
You really do not know which one of us is Rake, do you?
Could be you.
And you do not seem to care either, which makes me think you really want to save him. Okay, I have idea. We can strike his name from Manifest, make it so he was never on board. Then, when we dock, we will leave him on this ship and deliver him to another port.
Deliver him to SysDef. If the fleet find out about this deal, we're both exposed.
That is fair. We do not want any part of the fleet. Is that all right with you, Austin?
Do I have a choice?
It does not appear you do. Well then, it is agreed. You go back to your ship and we will make sure Rake was never on ours.
Okay.
And in case any of your handlers get suspicious, here. We had an extra crate of supplies loaded, in case one got damaged. This should be proof you were not here to bargain.
This unpleasantness aside, the people of New Homestead will be grateful for these supplies.
So yeah, that's the captain's uniform.
Dead. I can't believe it.
And I have the hat for that on. Okay. There we go.
Ships released.
Back to Neva and see if I can convince her.
Damn mercs just don't know how to take a hit. Hey, look, what a height with some target practice.
Target's shield system is prime.
All right, let's take care of these.
Target's grand prime is offline. Nice. The engine is online. Off goes their engine. Ah, got their grand prime.
Should give a little power to my engines for maneuvering. And go look for our friend Neva. Where'd she go? Nope. There we are.
Thanks for the help with the Ecliptic. I had it under control, but it definitely went faster after you jumped into the fight. Now tell me about the Ragana. Give me some good news, then we can go celebrate.
Actually, it ran into some complications.
I don't like complications, and neither does my boss. What the hell happened?
I scanned that ship myself, and Austin Rake was definitely not aboard. Actually, let's just say I searched the ship, and he wasn't aboard.
Bullshit. My source was rock solid. You, though? I'm starting to doubt. Your story stinks worse than Adler Kemp. And that son of a bitch probably hasn't showered in a month. So choose your next words very carefully. What really happened out there?
Didn't see Daniil kill anyone. You do that, you can't steal from him again.
That wasn't the job. I don't want to steal from Rake. I want him drifting in space, getting eaten from the inside by his own guts. That being said, you saved my ass with Ecliptic. And decent pilots are tough to find these days. So I'm gonna let this one slide. But guess what? It's gonna cost you extra. Jettison those supplies I know you grabbed from the Ragana. I was gonna let you keep them. But now, they're mine. Consider it payment for the hit I'll have to put on Austin Rake. And more importantly, for wasting my time.
Jettison cargo.
Now you see how it works. I give an order, and you follow it. Remember that. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Well, you're in. Yep, it's that simple. Hope this business with Rake's taught you something. Because I'm about to stick my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole,
Yeah, we're clear. It's about damn time.
Know that crap before you make me change my mind. And now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home.
Okay.
Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
I guess that makes you a pirate of the Crimson Fleet. All that's left to do now is to get yourself an eye patch and a parrot.
Funny guy. All right. And report to the vigilance. Tell them we're all good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Doc. Almost overshot.
Air pressure, seals, ship integrity, all
Hey,
Commander Conde wants to
when
see
you're
you.
not busy,
Follow me.
let's chat.
Captain John, do you require my assistance?
Actually,
You
let's
know,
chat.
traveling with you has been more than just good old-fashioned fun. It's been, well, therapeutic.
You don't get that sort of feedback every day.
Well, just ask. Anyway, thanks for the support, Capt.
You make a great team.
That's just a fact. Which brings me back to that plan I mentioned earlier. I think I know how to move forward now. But I'm going to need your help. My contact sent a gift.
Mm-hmm. Your cyber runner contact?
Yep, my friend from Neon, who has helped me out more times than I deserve.
Were they detected?
Nope. They were confident about not being detected, but not like too confident.
Okay. So they found real evidence?
Seems real to me. So they found an insurance settlement. Irvin's employers got paid as compensation for sabotage.
Insurance seems pretty standard, though.
For accidents, sure. But the grounds for this was sabotage. And that has to be proven in court. It's a whole nother ball of wax. And this ball was huge. We're talking enough credits to fill a small moon. So there's definitely a motive. Oh, also the cyber runner had to move on to other work, but sent me a passcode to some computer system. I'm not sure what it goes to yet. We can just hold on to it until we figure it out. But anyway, we have enough to move forward. The missing piece here is proving that Irvin was framed.
Okay.
So I discovered that Irvin's original lawyer still practices law. And she'll look over everything we found.
Then let's go talk to this lawyer.
Oh, detective. I like the sound of that. If I'm the detective, does that make you my trustworthy and sensible partner with a heart of gold?
We're both detectives.
Damn right we are. Anyway, we should take everything to the lawyer and see what she says. Maybe she reviews it and decides we have no case, or we need more evidence. I don't know. If we don't have a case, I can probably let it go. But I have to try.
Let's go talk to the lawyer.
Fantastic. I knew I could count on you. You're as reliable as an atomic clock. I've sent a list of everything we found so far to the lawyer in Gagarin. You know, I actually feel optimistic about this. Lead the way, detective. Hey,
Captain
you're not
John,
busy?
greetings.
Let's chat.
Take Gagarin trip after I report to
The fleet
UC.
call us sharks.
Do you have anything to report? We got the message from the Regana about Austin Rick. We had him dropped off at a separate port, off the books.
Good.
Suffice to say, he's got a lot to answer for.
Any point getting Rake to give up information?
That's something we're looking into, but it doesn't seem like he knows much. He might be better served as bait. For now, we'll keep him in the brig. Perhaps you could pay him a visit there sometime? I'm sure he'd be pleased to see you.
Okay. I'm glad he surrendered. I risked my cover to do it, so you better appreciate it.
I do. I know it's a delicate tightrope, and it doesn't go unnoticed that you're risking your own life to walk it.
True. We seem to be pretty good at risking our lives and coming out of it safe. Of course, this is a game you can only lose once.
Oh, one more thing before we move on. For transparency's sake, you should know we were the ones that hired Ecliptic to attack Neva's ship.
Oh.
There was concern after what happened with the Regana that you might have trouble earning Neva's trust. Coming to her rescue ensured that would not be a problem.
That was a risky move.
But a gamble that hopefully paid off. On that note, how did things go with Neva? Were you able to join the fleet?
Well, it seems like I passed their
Then
first
it worked.
test.
You're in. Sounds like everything is going as expected. Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Saoirse was correct.
Okay.
After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on a good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet.
Okay. What do you know about Neva?
The woman has a record that could stretch across Sol and back. She started young as one of Neon's street rats, and worked her way up to second in command.
Okay.
She's a force to be reckoned with, so don't underestimate her.
All right. Okay, everything's going according to plan.
You pass your first test and you're still alive. But before we get too confident, that either means she suspects nothing, or she intends to make an example of you later. Just remember, these are ruthless criminals, so don't let your guard down.
And their ruthlessness is only surpassed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution, regardless of how well you think you've ingratiated yourself.
So what's next for you on Neva's agenda?
I was told to meet Neva at the key.
Where you'll meet Delgado, no doubt.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
I wonder if the files mention any of his poker tales. Pirates and gamblers are basically part of the same genus.
You will be thankful you did the homework when it comes time for the test.
Okay.
In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the key.
Okay.
This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It certainly increased my estimates on success. Keep up the good work.
Good.
We'll expect further reports. Dismissed.
Okay. Oh,
We don't have things are progressing rather quickly. I'm sure the commander is pleased.
You mentioned we're upgrading the shielding.
That's right. It's something we've requested a while ago, in preparation for a future conflict with the fleet. Once we finalize everything and run a few tests, we'll have the defenses needed for a jump to the Crick system when the time comes.
Okay. Okay, that sounds good. I have evidence for you.
Glad to hear it. Let's see what you got.
I discovered information about Adler Kemp.
Interesting. Looks like he's been meeting up regularly with Neva Mora to transfer goods and cash from Sidonia. Which means the Crimson Fleet's just lost one of their drop points. That should set them back a bit. Have any more?
That's all I have.
All right. Keep up the good work. Good luck on the key.
All right, let's look into dossier. Neva. 32, short fuse, temperamental. Yep. Born raised neon. Assault, grand larceny. And then just... Okay. Commander Akendes, Tormal. Delgado. Makila. No kidding. Born into wealth. Okay. Adler. Ship captain. Interesting.
First mission in the books and no casualties.
I need to eat. And... beer and beef.
We should get rid of a few things.
Nope, we're fine. Alright, let's go complete my travel to the key.
Clamps released. Air pressure stable. Thrusters are a go. Ready.
And complete our jump.
I love the feeling after a perfect jump.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. That's a nice moon. And rock clock. Is that all the things in the system? That's all things in the system. Alright, let's power in. And see what this pirate base looks like before we kill them all.
Seals are locked and we are docked.
You got your cut. Now get out of my face. You said the take was 10K, but it was 30. Big
How can I
difference
be
on
of
40%
service,
of
Captain?
10 versus 30. You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem. If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught. Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener.
May as well, right?
The hell took you so long? Forget how to grav jump or something?
Why'd you miss me?
Please. It'd be one less sloppy rook whose mess I had to clean up. The last thing I need is another Austin rake getting cold feet. You want to leave the fleet? You pay the price. Not in credits, but in blood.
Oh, I had my own affairs to deal
I don't
with.
care. Time is money and you've wasted both. That ends today. Clear? But, all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together.
Looks like a real dump.
Oh, well, I'll get right on that. A few plans, some throw pillows, and maybe this place will meet with your approval. Okay, sunshine?
You know, that's not a bad idea. The plants would really improve the atmosphere in here. Literally.
Anyway, I'll tell you all about the key.
True.
But it's better if I show you too. Follow me. All right. History time. So, the key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Luck.
Why would they do that?
UC is so clever. Supermax prison, lock, key. Huh, cute, huh?
Uh-huh. Oh.
Hello, everyone. I'm Gail Dunnigan of SSNN, and this is Galactalk. My guest tonight is one of the most notorious criminals in the settled systems. His ruthlessness and desire for wealth has landed him squarely at the top of the wanted list for every major law enforcement agency in the galaxy. I am, of course, speaking of the self-appointed leader of the Crimson Fleet himself, Jasper Crix. Good evening, Mr. Crix.
Good evening, Gail. Thank you for accepting my invitation.
Yes, well, being blindfolded and then grav jumped to what appears to be an abandoned mining facility isn't exactly what I call an invitation.
Well, I'm sure you're not surprised that your request for an interview would come with some very specific conditions.
Frankly, I was a bit surprised to receive any type of response at all. Would you mind telling me why you decided to do this interview?
Because there comes a time in every pirate's life where they have to make an extremely important decision. Do they take a leap and become one of the most legendary pirates in history? Or do they simply sputter on, subsisting on freighters and deep space privateers?
So are we to assume that you're taking the leap? That Jasper Crix is moving on to bigger and better things in his life?
That's spot on, Gail. That's exactly why you're here.
Interesting. Well then, would you mind sharing with us exactly what your particular leap entails?
In due time. There's no rush. In fact, I'd say we have at least 12 hours before the authorities trace this broadcast. Plenty of time to discuss whatever you like.
Oh, all right then. Perhaps the best place to start this interview would be at the beginning of your career.
Please, proceed.
Okay.
Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for
Remember, on the key, credits are king.
Okay.
What the hell is this? All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full. Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. And you, always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the lot. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place.
Okay.
After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the key.
About time you brought us new blood, neighbor. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa, whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on.
Standing here wearing
Back
UC
to
gear.
My story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet
Okay,
began.
there we go.
Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that.
Now it doesn't
but,
look like I'm
we'll get to him later.
too blatantly with
Rook,
the UC.
Meet Zuri, queen of the rare exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking
Blueprints?
of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way. Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss. On the right, you've got Bradley from the Trade Authority. I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Mizra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the Last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station, the Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit, given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Rake? I'm working on it, all right? I just ran into a few complications. But trust me, he's as good as dead.
So you say. We'll see about
That's
that.
a really bad
Perhaps
setup.
next time you'll try to be a bit more
You're sitting there, you wouldn't be able to
discerning
see
regarding
much
your
because of the
choices.
light above you.
Pursuing Rake is costing us a small fortune.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering.
How's a bomb in your chest empowering?
I see the bomb as a symbol of my importance, and it's a constant reminder to everyone of the sacrifice I was willing to make. The freedom I've given up, the pain, it's not something that just anyone has the resolve to bear.
Everyone has their way of ingratiating themselves. Personally, I'd prefer to gift a bottle of wine and a slice of Pule cheese. But to each their own.
Security. So that's the most clever security measure I've seen.
Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly around here. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me, or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have.
Okay.
For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety.
So one wrong move and you're dead?
Essentially. But I sleep soundly knowing I'm one of the few that can piss Delgado off and live. Should I die, all of my knowledge, the accounts, the credits, it would be a mess. He wouldn't dare. He holds the trigger, but we all know that my death cripples the fleet. Call the bomb a weapon of last resort.
So, I bet you don't get out much.
It's been over 5 years since I've stepped off the key. Leaving this place puts far too much at risk. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Ryujin would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner. There, you're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us.
Any other modifications you know about?
None. Other than my chest and arm modifications, I am but a simple man. Is the interview over now? Can we get back to work?
Down with
the
me credits.
Perfect segue into my final subject. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available.
Okay.
I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core.
Kind of jobs.
Oh, you know, smuggling, piracy, taking things that aren't yours. Nothing that should keep you up at night. Well, depending on your methods.
Just tell me when we're officially done
We're
here.
officially done here. No, I believe that covers all I have to say. So you can run along to Delgado. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to find your way from there, I hope.
Alright, listen up. You can all stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been repaired.
Of course, when the tour is over, we'll have the whole settled
there's our
systems
other
on
new
the run
recruit.
someday.
So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet.
I won't disappoint.
You'd better not disappoint, or you'll find yourself answering to me, personally. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends.
So how did
Fleet
Vladimir
before
leave?
Family. Fleet before yourself.
Hope doesn't include fleet before breakfast, because I like to sleep late.
Hey, if you've got a problem, I can decorate that wall behind you with your brains. Room could use a little color if you ask me.
It's all right, neighbor. I admire this rook's backbone. Takes a lot of guts to crack jokes with the threat of death staring them in the face.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarol for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, neighbor. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lot cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
Okay.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Crix. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it.
Maybe you should tell me more about Crix's legacy.
Before Crix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate. Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC Systef.
Won't the fleet just become a larger target then for UC
You forget the UC is still licking its wounds from the colony wars. They don't have the capability to mount a full-scale assault. And if they were foolish enough to attack, we would have the manpower to push those pendejos right back to Jemison. If we have Crix's legacy.
What if Naze was right and Crix's legacy isn't real?
Listen to the words that I am saying. The legacy is real. You will find that out in due time, provided you're willing to put in the work. Nothing worth having ever comes easy.
Just as long as it isn't buried at the bottom of the ocean. Digging I'm fine with, but diving? I'll take a pass. Planets in this system are cold enough already.
All right, let's just get on with it.
Sounds like someone wants to get down to business. Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting.
Pirate swashbuckler gear. Well, I guess I could fix that for when I'm around the other pirates. Let's see. Deception. Well, deception's obviously the skill I have to take, because doing deceiving.
If you need credits, hit up the mission boards in the core.
Rebooter. So you guys are just sitting around looking at
Here, Equinox, you answer to Delegado Directory. That means no
Long live
screwing
the fleet.
around.
Okay, well, let's search for evidence. So it would have been the meeting room.
Tell us
Interview
about
4.
your arrest.
Oh, my arrest was spectacular. Definitely one for the record books. UC Security sent an armada after our little fleet of ships and picked us off one by one until the remainder of us made it to the wheel.
For our listeners' benefit, that was the star station in orbit around Voli that you destroyed just before your arrest, correct?
You see, that's what they'd have you believe, but the truth is much less sinister. There was a firefight on the wheel when they tried to bring us in. We holed up, but UC Security unleashed hell. The damage they caused was catastrophic. We only surrendered so we wouldn't die when the station exploded.
Well, the UC says you set demolition charges to try and cover your tracks and make your escape.
That's their story. You'll have to go with your gut on what you think really happened. Anyway, they took us in and tossed us into the lock. That lovely resort they opened on Suvorov.
And you were imprisoned there for how long?
Well, it was supposed to be for life, Gale. But I ended up serving 2 years before I decided I'd had enough.
Is there any
Is this
particular
important?
reason that you started the
Because I'm
riots that
pretty sure you
eventually led to the worst prison break in United Colonies history?
Yes. I'm quite proud of that, actually. I honestly didn't think it would go as well as it did. As for the reason, well, it's simple. The UC were treating us like animals. The conditions in the lock were ridiculously bad and no one cared. That's why they stuck us on that ice ball in the first place. Out of sight, out of mind.
Your escape caused the deaths of many that were stationed at the lock. Some would brand that as a bit dismissive for what you're describing as a protest. If you were simply advocating for your fellow inmates, why didn't you just go through the proper channels?
And what the hell was I supposed to do? Send a strongly worded letter to my duly appointed representative? Wake up. The UC only responds to actions, not words. In my mind, there was no other choice. You know what? Let's move past my time at the lock so we can get to the point of this goddamned interview.
Sounding like an interesting narcissistic, bit of a little messiah complex. Violent. Let's have more food. Pie. Bit of water. Wash it down and listen to the next interview.
Tell us what the future holds for the Crimson Fleet.
Changes are coming, Gale. Huge changes. Crimson Fleet will soon be a much bigger player in this little game between the members of the settled systems.
That's quite a bold statement. Would you care to elaborate?
Well, let's just say that I'm on the brink of a score so large, it makes everything else pale in comparison. Beyond that, you'll just have to wait and see.
If you aren't willing to discuss the details, why grant SSNN this interview?
Simple. I refuse to allow the UC to spin or bury the story, making it sound like they're in complete control of the situation. I'm gonna tell you right now, they aren't.
Why does the Crimson Fleet need to make this mysterious move that you're being so evasive about?
I know SysDef instructed you to draw this meeting out as long as possible. So let me sum this up. I intend to make sure that the Crimson Fleet becomes the United Colony's worst nightmare. And nothing, I mean nothing in this universe, will stop me from achieving that goal.
There are those that would disagree with you and claim this interview is grandstanding, or worse, a recruitment tool. After all,
Yeah.
SSNN reaches every corner of the settled systems, and your aspirations could inspire the Directionalist to turn to the fleet.
You and the sheep that listen to your garbage can believe whatever the hell you want. If you were so worried about what I had to say, you wouldn't have allowed yourself to be brought here.
Fleet's in bad shape. Like, I knew you were from... Oh, what's this thing do anyways? Nothing. Okay. Just doing a little sweep. Evidence gathering. You know, detective. Beer, liquor. Lasers, hot pot, or hot plate. Nothing. Stolen artwork. Here we go. Morzana project data. No idea what that is. Well, hello. And this one. Yep, okay. And you. No, because then I don't have... That's annoying. And okay. Let's see what's in this.
Always a pleasure watching you work.
Nothing useful.
We may not have official security on the key, but we're always looking out for traitors.
Uh-huh. Oh, here we go.
Let me just ask you one final question before we wrap up.
Fine. Go ahead.
When is enough going to be enough? How many credits does Jasper Cricks need until he's satisfied?
I should have expected you to ask such a stupid question. How the hell could you ever understand? You with your fancy education. So wait, say that again. You think I'm who?
Okay, I need to... Oh, what's his... Rick's interview...
So wait, say that again. You think I'm who?
Stop playing games. We both know your real name is Lionel Soto, and you know why I'm here.
Who are you? Fleet? Ecliptic? An independent?
I've spent 2 long years and every credit I had looking for you, just so I could look you in the eye before I pulled the trigger.
Hey, what's with the gun? There must be some mistake. I honestly don't know who you are.
Of course you don't know who I am. You're never concerned with the death you leave in your wake, in your pursuit of greed. You killed my husband, you son of a bitch! And now I'm going to kill you!
I always thought heatlings were just pests. Such a terrible shame. All that time and money she wasted. Imagine having your own terramorph. Better get rid of the body.
Okay, so we got evidence for someone. Crix's interviews. So it'd be like on SSN? Man, I have a lot of slates I'm carrying. That's one. Number 7.
Let me just ask you one final question before we wrap up.
Fine. Go ahead.
Smuggling
When
beats a real
is
job
enough
any day.
going to be enough? How many credits does Jasper Cricks need until he's satisfied?
I should have expected you to ask such a stupid question. How the hell could you ever understand? You with your fancy education and your sheltered upbringing and your cushy media job? Me, I came from nothing. Everything I own, I've literally drawn blood to gain.
There's no need to get personal. I'm simply trying to state the facts so that our listeners can make judgments of their own.
Lady, I got news for you. Half of your listeners think I'm a hero. The other half are scared out of their goddamn minds, and they should be.
Perhaps we should talk about something else.
No, that's it. We're done. Can you guys get her the hell out of here? Make sure she takes all this sound equipment with her.
Well, that's it then. Thank you for your...
Actually, before you go, Gale, there's one more
You can
thing
get work
I would
from the
like to
boards
say.
near the Reckoner's core.
Yes,
Voss
of course.
will make sure you
What
get
is it?
paid.
When you broadcast this interview on SSNN, I want you to remember that I'll be listening. If you edit even one word or manipulate my voice to change anything I've said, front of everyone.
If you're doing any lifting later, I can spot you.
I understand. You have my word.
Okay.
Where did your stellar rise to infamy begin?
In the streets of New Atlantis. No parents, no godparents. Just a homeless punk kid robbing whoever he could for the credits.
Were these violent crimes? Murders?
I'm a bit offended you even asked that question, Gale. Sure, a few people here and there walked away with injuries, but I'm not some kind of butcher.
The fleet
That
protects
doesn't
our
sound
own,
as heartless as your reputation would imply.
Well, like I said, I was just a kid.
Were you ever caught by the authorities in New Atlantis?
Oh, dozens of times. I'd just give them a fake name, or they could slap me on the wrist and send me on my way. Something bigger. They obviously didn't think that I'd amount to anything, and didn't want to waste their time with rehabilitation.
They'd have to catch
What
us
changed
first.
that? Was it the robbery in 2218?
2218. Oh, yeah. The Galbank archives. Very good, Gale. I see you've done your research. That would be when I rounded up a few of my buddies and we knocked the place over. Made off with a ton of credits. My first big score.
Is that why the Crimson Scar decided to bring you into their ranks?
That's right.
As
They
long
brought me
as you
in,
put the
taught me
fleet
the
first,
ropes, and I did crimes for them for 5 years. Till I decided I wanted more. I got rid of their leader, put myself in his place, and started running the show. I've been the one in charge ever since.
Was it absolutely necessary to cut his throat and leave the body on a public street in the well?
On the street, reputation
Careful
is
now.
everything. I wanted everyone in the city to know that Jasper Cricks was taking over. I think they got the message.
I heard Isla's sister is some hardcore mercenary. I wouldn't get on her bad side.
Message board. Mercy. Okay. Mathis. Black cat. Okay. Someone wants a coffee shop. Okay. Oh, another interview.
So tell us about Jasper Crix's version of the Crimson Scar.
All I can tell you is that under my guidance, the Crimson Scar became more influential than every other syndicate combined. Here I was, 22 years old, and I had power, people that followed my orders, and an endless stream of credits.
I wonder what the composition of air is here. I feel like I can detect a faint increase in
So you
oxygen.
consider extortion, robbery, burglary, kidnapping, assault, and murder to be positive life influences?
No. I'd consider them as just means to an end. Those so-called crimes were merely stepping stones until I had enough wealth to buy the Crimson Scar a few spacecraft.
So, that new friend
Yes,
of yours.
let's talk
you
about
wanna
that.
ask her out?
It appears you weren't satisfied with terrorizing New Atlantis alone.
Oh, I've never stopped reaching, Gale. The amount of money we were making in New Atlantis was decent, but the really big scores were in space, on the cargo ships. We're talking millions of credits, maybe more. Who the hell could count it all?
Most people assume this is when the UC decided to actively set up a task force to pursue the Crimson Scar.
That's correct. Those idiots in charge of the United Colonies were clearly embarrassed that they had allowed the Crimson Scar to make the jump into space. They sent ships after us. Lots of ships. I almost think that they enjoy starting wars.
Perhaps this was the first time you had finally reached too far.
You could say that. I count my time running the Crimson Scar as a learning experience. I wouldn't say I reached too far. I'd say I reached too fast. Didn't cover all my bases. Made some stupid mistakes. One thing's for certain, though. When I was finally arrested and thrown into the lock, I had plenty to think about.
Okay. We'll check the bar in a moment.
Sandy, don't even try to rip me off. We can talk about whatever you want, as long as you got the creds.
Cheap knockoffs. Never seen that. I'll take that. Don't know if I had Frankenstein.
Don't miss me too much.
Okay.
Are you looking to start something? Because I'll finish. What'll it be, friend? Buying, selling? The Trade Authority takes anything and everything.
Mm-hmm. I'll see what
Fleet's
they
got
have
an
to offer.
impressive commerce system. They even managed a legitimate doctor among their ranks. Business on the Key is like no other. It's the sole reason I'm here. For the credits.
Okay, if credits are
Not
all you
everyone
want, you'll fit right in.
I'm still Trade Authority, not a part of the fleet. There are a few, Neva included, that see me as an outsider. Regardless, as long as the fleet has goods to push, the Trade Authority will always maintain a presence on the Key.
Okay. Well, I wonder what they sell here. Let's get down to business.
I was hoping you'd say that.
So extruded is more than quantum. Superior bounty hunter. Nope, doesn't have what I want.
I hope you're not low on credits.
Did he have notes on him? Oh, okay.
You find anything of value, bring it here first.
Not hiding anything back here? You know, I'm just allowed to wander through the entire place looking for evidence.
Please stop. I don't need to hear about. All right, let's get this over with.
You're very, ramen? Nope, she doesn't have it.
Oh, bye, I guess.
Unfortunately, this particular species is very invasive. Wait, what do you mean by a spacewalk?
You know, go out into space without a suit. Let the cold kill the buggers.
What? No. Whoever told you that was trying to kill you. Honestly.
Okay, what do you
don't
sell?
Make it in this life without a good weapon. Well, well. Neva's new hotshot. I knew you'd find your way back to my little corner of the Key. Everyone always does.
Let's skip the intro. I'm here to
Hey,
buy.
if you want to pour credits into my pocket, you won't hear any arguments from me. I carry most of the standard hardware. You know, kinetics, electromags, energy, even a few explosives. Occasionally, I stock a few smuggled items. Basically the stuff SysDev doesn't want you to play with. Just don't screw me over or I'll be inclined to give you a free demo. With your head as the target.
The threat might work if I was the least bit intimidated by you.
Not being intimidated by me is one thing. The fleet? That's another. A little advice, Sadiqi? The fleet's trust can't be bought. You earn it. You bleed for the fleet bleeds for you. Pure and simple. Anyone who says otherwise is either lying or getting ready to stab you in the back.
Thanks for the etiquette lesson.
Don't say I never did you any favors.
I'm interested to see what you have in shop.
I bet I have something that will catch your eye. Need more weapons or ammo? Come see me.
Okay, gear.
Now you buy from me, you can look good and protect your ass at the same time. Let's get you set up.
It's not a real step up from what I have. How's that a pirate crew outfit?
See ya.
Too many missions, not enough time.
Need a drink? Bog
So
in the left.
this is
So, looks like we got ourselves a new rook.
Honestly impressed they managed
Once
to
again,
keep the
I'm
thing
Jazz,
operational.
resident engineer here. Like Neva said, you need ship parts, repairs? I'll hook you up. As long as your credits are good.
Hope the fleet has a wider variety in the U-Star and Freestar.
It may not be wider, but it's not on the books, if that's what you're getting at. I can guarantee your ship will be in good hands. So if you're looking for an upgrade, let me know. We got the best selection in the settled systems. Illegal, unregistered, recalled. We sell it all. No questions asked.
Okay. Will he show up on UC or Freestar security scanners?
No. You buy from me, you're worry-free. I can't have my customers getting caught now, can I? That's bad for business.
Right, always looking for an edge.
Anything that keeps the UC and Freestar Rangers off your tail is a must-have in my book. Just let me know when you want to talk business.
Yes, I would like to... Let's talk about my ship.
No, but just remember, I don't work for free.
So what ships do you have for sale?
Shop's always open as long as your money's good.
What are the pirates flying with? A Wraith. Banshees, a Demios. Phantom. Ghost. Spectre. Wraith.
Ship services? If you've got the credits, I've got the time.
I do. Let's see my ships.
All right, let's see what you need.
1,500? Oh, mine's 1,600. We're good for that then. Okay. Reactors, unless I can find something better than a 40. Nope. Okay. Parts, grav drives, fuel tanks. I'm good for the fuel, I think. Yeah, I haven't really run into a problem with the fuel. Oh, hello. Where can I put you? Just go there for a moment. And can I attach? Nope. Shielded. Okay, so we got some shielding, but I don't know how to attach you. Okay, so that cowling. How much does this one stick out? Maybe. Stroud. Actually, I like the Stroud one more. Come here. Yeah, okay, so that does fit then. All right. Oh, it's just... Why does it say 21 now? Oh, I wanted it just slightly smaller. That would have worked perfectly. All right. Nose cap. Actually, like when I was putting them on, they were 20, right? Like, I saw 20 there. See, that says 20. Right now it says 20. So adding that one on is the issue. Okay. Kind of defeats the purpose of what I want. I wanted something I can anchor there. Well, I've got the equipment on board. And accept. Well, we can now carry concealed cargo. Hooray.
Rook?
I got a bounty so big, the Trackers Alliance had to beef up this
Ugh. What a bad joke. How do I get downstairs? I want to make sure I've completely... Well, there's got to be Crix's journal interviews that I've missed.
Like I like my coffee. Scalding.
I am sick of using the Trade Authority to clean goods. Radley's the real thief on.
Pirates. More pirates. Well, let's go look at the bar.
Ooh, this place looks like fun. Let's go have some.
Okay, interesting bar. Not sure about Barrett's assessment. But what I'm trying to find is more evidence, and ideally maybe some magazines, more Crix's interviews.
Need something?
As a captain, I try to set a good example. Always set a bad example, since we're pirates.
Every time I see Radley smile, I want to punch him in the face.
Recon uses system sharks, but to the fleet, they're
There we go.
Certainly. Let's talk about something else. How did the Crimson Scar become the Crimson Fleet?
After I busted out of the lock, I decided to take things to the next level. I had the key, a few UC ships, and a couple dozen ex-cons at my side. But I needed more, so I sent out the call. Once word got around, it didn't take long for freelance pirates from every corner of the 7 systems to show up.
And this is how the Crimson Fleet was born.
Exactly. The key became our base of operations. We spent months reinforcing our position there, making it nearly impossible to approach.
What was the UC's response to the situation?
First of all, UC security gave up and handed the reins over to the big guns, the UC Navy. The Navy in turn sent ships to attack the key. I'd say there have been 3 major attacks over the last few years. And as you can tell by the fact we're having this interview, all the attacks were embarrassing failures.
Do you feel these embarrassing failures led them to form UC system?
Absolutely. They've clearly given up and decided to shove the responsibility onto a separate division. That way, in the public eye, the UC Navy can move forward, proud and strong, while UC SysDef continually takes all the blame. It's all about PR spin for them, Gale. That's how the UC operates. Kinda disgusting, don't you think?
Sounds a bit like you're trying to deflect attention off the atrocities the Crimson Fleet commits on a daily basis.
Atrocities, huh? How about fighting the Freestar Collective over a bunch of rocks hanging in space? How about thousands of people dying while a bunch of pencil-pushing bastards sit in a cushy office and draw lines on a star map. Maybe the United Colonies should stop the bullshit and take a hard look in the mirror to see who the monsters really are.
Smuggling beats a real job any day.
Get you a drink?
Yeah, he sounds like a piece of work. Okay, no. Who are you?
Hey, Cap. You hiring? Got some baddies on my tail and... Hard to believe what passes for polite conversation these days.
Yeah, you're sitting around.
Can you believe that?
Gotta work my way up the ranks. You're captain someday.
Food around here is what you'd expect. Cheap, fast, great opinion.
Okay.
Stealing from you all needs coloring.
Is that everything? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay, so I've got them all. All right.
Can't believe this is the Crimson Fleet's headquarters. It's just so unlike them.
Do I detect sarcasm? I think I detect sarcasm. What kind of missions do they offer? Okay. Let's get back to the ship.
Captain John, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your life.
So, need to sleep things off before we head down to the ice ball. Oh. But first... Boom. Low main. So we've maxed out our gastronomy. Okay. Alright. Have a real sleep. Sleep off the hypothermia. Other damage.
Oh, good, you're up. Need a moment or?
Consumables. Having eggs. Nice espresso.
Are you good to go?
Well, I think this is a good spot to call it a session before I head down. Nice break between one event to the next. I'd like to thank everyone who's joined me. I'd like to really thank anyone who leaves a comment, a like, or subscribe, obviously. I'd like to all wish you well and hope you're taking care of yourselves and others. And again, I do genuinely hope you have a good rest of your day. Until the next time, or my next recording, please take care. I'll see you soon. Bye now.